For 1,300 years, this wooden tower has stood in one of the most violent places on Earth. Japan, where the ground shakes thousands of times a year and great earthquakes level cities to the ground. Fire has taken these towers, lightning, typhoons, war. But in all that time, through countless earthquakes, almost none of them has ever fallen to a quake. Cities around them have been leveled and rebuilt again and again. The towers simply stayed. And the reason is the strangest part. Because this tower was never built to resist the earthquake, it was built to do the opposite. To understand how, you have to look at the one piece almost everyone gets wrong. This is a 5-story pagoda, a form Japan borrowed from the Asian mainland over 1,000 years ago and then quietly perfected. Tall, slender, and impossibly top-heavy. The oldest one still standing is here, at Ho-Ryuji, near Nara. At just over 32 meters, it is the oldest wooden building anywhere on Earth, raised more than 13 centuries ago and standing still. The great central pillar at its core was cut from a cypress tree felled in the year 594, a single trunk that has outlasted empires, dynasties, and every hand that ever touched it. And in that time, the ground beneath it never stopped moving. Japan sits where great plates grind together thousands of tremors a year, and every so often a catastrophe. This is not a country that gets the occasional earthquake. It is a country built on top of them. Across the country, these tall, top-heavy wooden towers should be the first things to fall. By every instinct of modern engineering, a stack of loose timber that tall has no business surviving a violent quake. Oh, they didn't. When Japan lost a pagoda, it was almost always to fire, or lightning, or storm, or war. Almost never the earthquake. So how does a 1,400-year-old wooden tower survive what topples modern buildings? The answer begins with a secret hiding in plain sight, the way it is put together. Look closely at how these floors are stacked, and you notice something almost unsettling. The 5 stories are not bolted into one rigid body. Each floor simply rests on the one below it, held by gravity, friction, and joinery, but never locked tight. We tend to assume strength means stiffness. Build it hard enough and it won't break. A pagoda does the exact opposite. When the ground jolts one way, the first floor slides with it, but the floor above lags and slides the other way, and the next floor answers again. Floor by floor, the tower begins to move like a snake standing on its tail, each level swaying against the one beneath it. And because each floor pushes back against its neighbor, the violent motion cancels itself out, layer by layer, instead of building into one fatal sway. Where the beams meet the columns sit these interlocking wooden brackets. Under a quake, the timber flexes and rubs, and that friction quietly eats the earthquake's energy, a shock absorber made entirely of wood. The tower doesn't fight the earthquake. It yields to it and lets the shaking wear itself out. And then there is the pillar, the shinbashira, a single massive column of timber running up the center of the tower from bottom to top. For centuries, people assumed it must be the backbone, the thing holding the whole tower up. It isn't. The weight of the roofs and floors is carried by the outer columns. The central pillar barely holds up anything at all. So what is it for? It hangs at the tower's core like a still spine in a moving body, swaying at its own rhythm, out of step with the floors around it, brushing against them, dragging on their motion, and calming the whole structure down. Not a support, a pendulum, a damper. And at Nikko, the builders made the idea impossible to miss. There, the central pillar hangs from above, suspended by chains from the fourth story, and its lower end floats just above the stone base. The heart of the tower does not even touch the ground. It swings, free, like the weight of a pendulum clock. Let the tower lean one way, and the hanging pillar lags behind, pulling it back. A counterweight, hidden in plain sight for 1,300 years. The pillar everyone mistook for a support was never holding the tower up. It was holding it still. Here is where the story turns. In 2012, Japan finished the tallest tower it had ever built, the Tokyo Skytree, 634 meters into the sky. To keep it standing through the great earthquakes everyone knew were coming, its engineers reached back 13 centuries to the Pagoda. At its center, they poured a giant column of concrete 8 meters across, 375 meters tall. Near the ground, it is fixed to the tower. Higher up, they cut it loose so it can sway on its own, just like the shinbashira of a pagoda. When the earth shakes, the core and the tower move to different rhythms, and the difference is bled away by oiled dampers between them, cutting the tower's sway by up to half. They called it the shinbashira system. The engineers of the world's tallest broadcasting tower had, in the end, rediscovered the answer a carpenter found 1,400 years ago. Same idea, 20 times the height. The most advanced structure in modern Japan is standing on a 1,000-year-old idea that the way to survive the shaking is not to resist it, but to move with it. Japan is full of ideas like this, quiet, patient, and so well hidden that they outlive the people who built them. Solutions that never announce themselves, that ask you to look twice before you see them at all. On KARAKURI, we take them apart one at a time. If you'd like to see the next one, subscribe. The anatomy continues. Because the deepest engineering rarely looks like strength. It looks like something that has learned exactly when to let go. And the next time you stand beneath a tower that refuses to fall, look for the still heart at its center, swaying, quietly, so the rest of it doesn't have to.